Hey Drew, congrats and welcome to Philly. We appreciate you taking the time to talk with our local media today. We're going to start with John and then we'll go to Brooks.
Hey Drew, congratulations. Welcome to Philly. Wanted to know how much contact you had with the Eagles prior to the draft. Did you know of any interest and then what do you know about Jeff Stoutland, or do you know that much about Jeff?
Yeah, I had a pre-draft Zoom call with them probably about 2 months ago now, so like right after the combine. So we've been in contact a little bit, but we went a little silent between now and the draft. But no, the Zoom call was great, and I've heard a lot about Coach Stoutland. He's coached some of the greats, some of the great centers. Jason Kelsey really developed him. So really excited, to get to work with him and get to work with the guys in the room. They've got a great offensive line culture, and I'm honored to be a part of it.
We'll go to Brooks and then Ed.
Uh, with your time at center throughout Boston College, like where do you feel like when you got a chance to work with talk with Stoutland, what are the kind of things that you felt like you identified that you might be able to develop on once you get here to Philly?
Yeah, I mean, I think just, really keening in on all the fundamentals and techniques. You can never stop drilling that and making sure you're always on top of your hand placement and, just kind of really just the minor details. I think that's where he's going to really help just because they make all the difference. Just really honing in on all those and just making sure, you're never getting lazy in your technique, just staying consistent.
We'll go to Ed and then Olivia.
Hi, Drew. Congratulations. Your dad was obviously a really good player in this league for 13 years. How much did he help you develop? And you gravitated towards center, I guess. Was that a position because your dad played? You thought he could help you play there?
So my dad played guard for most of his career, but played a little bit of center. He was kind of a swing interior, could do both. I played guard my whole life until I got to BC, and they kind of plugged me into that center role right when I got there. So it's been a constant learning process since I got to BC. But I've been there for 4 years and played a lot of center in my time there. So definitely try and pride myself in being able to do both. But from a developmental standpoint with my dad, yeah, he's been there all the way through. He started coaching me in the fourth grade, I believe, and coached me all the way through high school. So that's been really special, just making sure I'm building great habits and never getting sloppy with it. And he'll get after me if I'm not looking too good. So it's a good relationship there.
Did they say why they moved you to center after you got to Boston College?
I think it was just kind of an opportunity for me to play early. There was a hole there, and that was my biggest goal going to BC. I wanted to play right away as soon as I could. So I saw the opportunity and kind of made the transition over to center and really took it from there.
Thank you.
We'll go to Olivia and then Martin.
Hey, Drew, I'd like to know how familiar you are with Cam Jurgens and his game, and what are you looking forward to most about, learning from him.
I mean, very familiar. He's one of the best, if not the best, in the game right now. So it's a really incredible opportunity for me to come in and learn from him and just kind of study how he operates, how he gets his jobs done and how he goes about his day to day. So I can't wait. He's a very, very special player, and I can't wait to learn from him.
We'll go to Martin and then Dave.
Kind of expounding on that a little bit. The interior offensive line with Landon Dickerson next to him, who's also played center. I mean, do you feel like, as a guy who also played guard, you can learn from both of those guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to learn from all of them, all the vets in the room. They've have a lot of them and a lot of really talented players with Lane Johnson and Jordan, Landon, all of them. So I just really can't wait to get in there and just kind of see how they all operate, and just kind of get in that offensive line room and really learn from them and what makes them great.
We'll go to Dave and then Ed.
Congratulations, man. Do you feel like you have versatility after playing pretty much only center in college. Do you feel like you had the ability to play guard in the NFL too?
I do, yeah. I've always tried to pride myself in that versatility. I just kind of, played all center at BC, but played a little bit of guard beforehand in my first year there. But that's something that I'm continuously working on in the off seasons. Making sure I'm getting my snaps and playing center, but also at the same time getting in that 2-point stance and playing some guard. I've been drilling that a lot over the past couple months here. I really think so. But I'm pretty confident in it. Yeah.
Was there feedback from teams that they wanted to make sure that you had that in your bag?
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for all interior guys. It's kind of difficult to be just one position. Even tackle, you got to play both sides. So I think that was a big thing that I knew coming out of BC that I was going to have to continuously work on. I didn't quite get the amount of reps I would have liked beforehand playing some guard, but yeah, I'm constantly working on it now.
We'll go to Ed here and we'll wrap up after Ed unless we have any final questions.
Yeah, Drew, not many players get an opportunity to get drafted. How did it feel when that call came in, and what were your emotions like at that point?
It was awesome. I was getting a little stressed, because day 3 is a long day and it was kept going. I was getting a little nervous, but when I got that phone call, I was so happy. I had my parents, my brother, my sister, and both my grandparents there. So just seeing their reactions, that was the biggest thing for me. I was happy, but seeing how much it meant to them really meant the world to me. So it was a great day. I'm very, very blessed to be in this position.
Thanks so much, Drew. Congratulations again. We really appreciate you jumping on.
Thank you, guys.